Hello fellow book nerds, it is the Entish Reader, and if you are new here, my name is Danielle. Today's video I'm going to be talking about middle grades I still need to read. Without further ado, let's just get into this. I'm going to keep the synopsises pretty short and probably not give any synopsis at all, maybe. Let's do this. The first middle grade I still need to read is The Star Thief by Lindsay Becker. I got this book a while ago, probably a couple years ago, and I picked it up because I believe it was part of an Owl Crate that I saw in the video, like an Owl Crate Junior, and I wanted to have this book because it looks so cool. It looks very Peter Pan-y and like space piratey, so I decided to get it. Plus these constellations come alive. This girl named Honorin is whisked up into this adventure in order to save mythical constellations, and like this is everything that I want in a middle grade story. It's in space. She's riding Pegasus, and there's Capricorn right behind her. So like, yeah, of course I want to pick this up. Hoping to read this book actually pretty soon. The second middle grade I still need to read is The Lost Heir by E.G. Foley. Not to be confused with The Lost Hero. This is The Lost Heir. Book 1 of the Griffin Chronicles. I feel like this is very Oliver Twist, kind of like. This story is about Jake, who is an orphan, but who comes from an aristocratic family with magical powers, and there are people who want to destroy this family, but they lost Jake when he was a baby. He was saved, and he runs into his kidnappers and knows that they're evil, and all of a sudden he's being chased, and like he's thrust on this journey to find out who he is and why he's the lost heir of an aristocratic family. So it sounds amazing. I love the synopsis in this. It's much better than what I am describing, and I think he discovers that he has magical abilities, and he's riding a freaking griffin. Is that a fairy? That must be fairy. Interesting, cool. I'm excited to read these. I actually want to read this really soon also. The next book is a series that I have started that I need to finish, and that is Fablehaven by Brandon Mull. I read the first book. So good. I have all of them. I really want to finish this series. Like, all of the covers are just like so pretty. I love Brandon Mull. His writing is like really good and like interesting. This is another series that I'm hoping to get to soon also. The fourth book I need to read still is another Brandon Mull, 5 Kingdoms Sky Raiders. I have the first 3 installments. All of the books he writes are just like so different. Like Beyonders I've read, that was an amazing book, but I haven't finished the series. And Fablehaven is like completely different, and then 5 Kingdoms is absolutely different. So I just love his imagination and how like far it can expand, and his writing is just like really easy to read, really pleasant, fun, funny, lighthearted. I just love everything about Brandon Mull. Not sure when I'm gonna get to this series. It's not really high up on my list right now. Probably when all of the books are out. So, not sure actually when that is. I will eventually get to this series. The 5th series I haven't read is Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard. Shame on me for not picking this book up. I own all 3 of them. Like, there's no reason why I shouldn't have already read Magnus Chase. It's about Norse mythology, and like, I love Vikings. Like, I watch Vikings, Amazon Prime. My favorite show. So like, I need to get on this, which I do plan on reading very soon also. I don't know how this is going to happen. How am I going to read all these books very soon? You all know what Magnus Chase is about, so I don't really have to tell you. Norse mythology. That's all you gotta know, really. It's so pretty. It is so soft. The 6th series I need to finish, actually, and that is The Mark of Athena by Rick Riordan, or The Heroes of Olympus by Rick Riordan. I got a part of way through. I put it down because I was a little bored. I just kind of need to get back on this bandwagon, just kind of like push through so that I can read the next series that I haven't read either, and that is, y'all know, The Trials of Apollo by Rick Riordan. I love Rick Riordan. Like, I really do, and I really want to get to this series. I just have to finish The Heroes of Olympus. I absolutely loved Percy Jackson. I started The Heroes of Olympus, and I'm not that big of a fan. But I want to finish it because I've heard such great things about The Trials of Apollo, and the third book is about to come out. And I'm not sure how many installments he's going to be doing of The Trials of Apollo. I just want to read it. Like, it's so pretty. Like, all of his covers are incredibly beautiful. Like, and they just look pleasing upon your bookshelf. So as soon as I finish The Heroes of Olympus, which hopefully, again, will be soon, I can finally get to The Heroes of Apollo. The Trials of Apollo. Good grief. The 8th series that I need to get to is Magyk by Angie Sage. I actually read the first chapter of this book and I was blown away. Oh my gosh, I loved it. And then I just stopped. I don't even understand why. That's not logical. Why do you do this to yourself, Danielle? You like start a book and then you put it down for some reason. I don't know. It just looks like a really fun, cool read. Most of you probably know what Magyk is all about. It's all tattered because I got this at a thrift shop for $1. Like, who can say no to that? I guess if you like Harry Potter, you'll like Magyk Septimus Heap Book 1 by Angie Sage. And that's kind of why I picked it up. I also picked it up because it looks interesting. I mean, they spelled magic with a Y. And a K. Like, that's really cool. It's ingenious. And I can't wait to read this series. I don't know when that'll be, but I can't wait to read it, so. The 9th series I still need to read is This Is Shameful. Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. I own this book. I haven't read it. I haven't even seen the movie because I want to read the book first. Because I'm that kind of person, like, I like to read the book first before watching the movie. I don't know why. Because I always want to be in love with the book before I'm in love with the movie, if that makes sense. I don't know when I'm going to get to this series. You all know what this is about, so I don't have to explain it. I mean, who doesn't know what this book is about, really? Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Really need to get on this. The 10th series I need to read is Far World by J. Scott Savage. I need, like, one of those book bows that, like, protect my books so that this doesn't happen. I love elemental things. I saw this while browsing through Goodreads, saying like, oh, you liked Rick Riordan, you might also like this. And I was like, I might just like this series. And at the time, I was working with a kid in a wheelchair who had special needs. I love that kid so much. And though this kid, Marcus, doesn't have special needs, he is in a wheelchair, and he dreams of a world far away where magic is very common, where animals talk and tell jokes, and also where trees beg people to pick their fruit. Okay. Yeah, please, I'll have an apple, yes. And he names this place Far World. He magically travels to Far World and he meets this girl there named Kaija. And she is a girl without magic in a world of magic. And this evil faction called the Dark Circle, their influence is rising in Far World, and their power is rising also. And Far World's only hope is for Marcus and Kaija to go and find the elemental objects. So Far World's only hope is for Marcus and Kaija to go find the mythical elements, water, land, air, and fire, and convince them to open a drift between their worlds. As they travel to the Waterkeep, they encounter the Dark Circle, and they face summoners who can command the living and the dead. Whoa. And on this journey, Marcus and Kaija create like this special friendship bond. They learn about each other's like magical heritage and explore the depths of their unique powers. I cannot wait to read this book. I don't even know why I haven't. It just sounds amazing. The covers are incredibly pretty, and the synopsis is just like, whoa, like mind-blowing. Like, I want to read this book now, but I will be reading this book very, very soon. Again, the last middle grade, but not least, that I need to read is Bitterblue by Kristen Cashore. I have read Graceling and I have read Fire, which I absolutely loved. I just have not gotten around to reading Bitterblue. And this was a free book gifted to me from a librarian that I know. They were getting rid of it. I saw it. They said, "Do you want it?" I'm like, of course. So it still has like the library tags on it. They marked it out. Most people know what this book is about. This is just kind of like what happens with Bitterblue, kind of like after Graceling, but like years down the road when Bitterblue is now queen. Again, not sure when I'm gonna get to this book. Does anyone know if she's written anything else? Need to like look that up, because Graceling and Fire I like flew through. So I know I'll fly through this book if I pick it up. Hopefully I can pick it up soon. Again, that word there, soon. What does that mean? I really need to read this book. I've already read the first two, so what the heck am I waiting for? I don't know. So those are the 11 middle grade series that I still need to read. Comment below what middle grade series you guys still need to read. I would love to know, and if you have any recommendations, I would also love those. Those aren't even all of the middle grades that I want to read. They're just kind of like at the top of the pile. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and also hit subscribe as to when you want to be notified, as to when I make new videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time with a new video. Bye!